Hello and welcome to Astroneer. My name is Rabenschild, and yeah, this is Astroneer, a new game by System Era, and I thought it got not noticed by anyone, and now everybody and their mother is playing it. I have the feeling I'm a bit late to the game already. I don't know. I followed this game for ages now, since it was announced, and I wanted to always play it for you because this is the type of game I really like, and that's what we should do. We should start immediately and get a foothold on the planet. I'm taking a look. I have already played with this one. I want to do this one in remembrance of KSP or something like that, and the orange suits. Yeah, this is one of the survival games, space survival games. We get now introduced to how it works. I already took a look at it, so I know how the game works and what we need to do. It's really in alpha, pre-alpha, something. So it's a really new game, and we will have to cope with a lot of things like, don't know, maybe bugs, some graphical issues. We will have to see how this works out. It will be okay, I hope, and we can get used to it. But it's amazing. I think it looks good, although it's very simplistic. I really like the look and the premise of it. So we can transform the planet or the moon we are on. You can see that. I can add back to what I have taken away. I can smooth out the terrain in a way. I don't have power anymore. That's completely okay. I will have to wait a second to get power back. So this is our habitat. It is basically the start of every base in Astroneer. This in later ways you can build this thing, I think, and we could start new bases where we want and maybe interconnect them. It is neat. It is a really neat game. I don't know where this guy's looking to, but it has a good sizable multiplayer part. So I think one of the main things in this game is it is meant to be played with multiple people, and I will see if I in the future can do that, if I can find people that play that with me, and we can have some nice sessions. At the moment it is very small, and the game doesn't have a lot of things to do. It's okay for now, but what I tried is in my first tries, and now I have all these guys popping up. I need to change that. And in the first try I did, I was through a lot of the stuff very fast, and we will have to see how we can progress in this game and how the game progresses with us. This is a lot like Space Engineers, where I really took a look at it from the beginning. I had Space Engineers when it was announced, basically, or when it came out, and then started to play it when the game, this is one of the resources, a compound. I can just collect that with my terrain tool. I don't know if it's the terrain tool. Terrain tool, I think, is the terrain is the French word it comes from. So we can bring that back now. Yeah, we can see the two things we really need is oxygen, that's the blue bar on the top, and energy, that's the yellowish bar here. And we can see it basically without having a hut or something like that. We can take a look at our backpack, shovel, yeah, put around the components we have, and we can build stuff. And the first thing I want to build is a solar panel. This attaches to our backpack. We can also attach it to the base, and so we will build two, being able to get some energy for the whole shebang here is a good thing. So in daylight we now can get energy. There are attachment points on the back of the whole thing here, and we can just rip one of the things off and put it on the station. The next thing that you can do, and now you saw that, is this thing that turns with us down here. It basically is the start of building a base. So you can add this thing here that now asks for resin. And this is basically a base module. What we could do is now go out and see if we can find some resin. I think I will do that in the day, so I have a bit of power. The day-night cycle at the moment is very, very fast. Maybe in the future we can change that. It would be neat. I like to have a day-night cycle that is a bit slower. So a lot of resources. This stuff here, the blue moving things, is air, so we can collect that, and then we get a bunch of air, oxygen. And now we have an oxygen resource on the back. This is nothing we can build with. It just basically ups the size of the amount of oxygen we have that we can carry around with. Later there's tanks you can use to do that, and one thing, I can see something there in the back. This is neat. I hope my camera picks up the oh, this is neat. This is a thing we can also take with us. The yellow stuff is power, and now we have some more power to work with. This is compound again. We will take that too and mine this, but I'm looking for resin. Let me go and find... Oh, there's resin. So we don't need to... There's more compound. This seems to be a world with a lot of stuff close to the landing space. There's some fixed landing spaces for later where you can land spaceships and all that stuff. This is also a thing we can do in the future in the game here. Get around, go from planet to planet. It's really, really neat. I really like the game. I followed the devs did... Oh, we only have a few % of oxygen left. The devs did some live streams where they showed off what they have there, and I followed them, watched all of the stuff. I really, really like this game and hope for a big future with this game. Okay, we can place the resin in here. You can just tap on that and then it places the resin for us. And now you can see you can add 2 more resins. What's the resin components on here to maybe make a base structure where you can place a building on there. I'm doing air quotes again. Let us not do that for now. We go here and place another of these things, so that I'm going a bit away from here, because you can't, when you have formed that into a building at the moment, it's not possible to then add another of these things, the bases here, to build, to basically go on with the base. So let me go and grab some more resin, and then we start our first building here. It's not a building. Let me grab that. I'm back with the resin, and I can just place that on here now, and it immediately takes it and builds this bigger base for a building. And now we can take a look what we want to build. We can take a look and say we want to build a printer. That would be neat. A printer is like a 3D printer. It gives us the ability to build further stuff like generators or solar panels or something like that. One of the next things, research. We can find materials, or not materials, it's block rocky things in the vicinity of the base and research that and get new blueprints for base buildings. We can find new... Oh, it's crazy. We can find new stuff, new materials that we can build within our backpack, so we can build batteries and all that stuff. And then we can build a smelter. That's one thing I think we should build first, because we need copper for our printer, and with the smelter we can smelt ores into copper, and we have the necessary compound for the smelter. Let us go and take a look, a further look into what we can build here. A vehicle bay. We can build vehicles. We can build spaceships and rovers later, and a bigger version of both that we can also outfit with stuff. It's neat. Okay, let us build the smelter. So 2 of these, and then we just activate that, and now we have the smelter. The smelter has a basis for 4 components here, and then up top here is the output where the smelted materials come out. Now our solar panel loads the smelter with energy. We can later use the printer to build a bigger solar panel that is faster, or a wind turbine and all that stuff, and then put things maybe on these bases here. These have 2 of the attachment points for the things like solar panels, wind farms, and batteries, and what else we can find. Okay, the first thing that we might want to have is another of these bases for the printer, and we will just go over here, build something here so we can continue with the base into that direction. This is a bit of flat land. I think there we can build a lot better than we could do it here. Let us put this down here, and here we want to have the printer later. Good. For copper, I need to go underground and do some exploration there. Maybe we should do that now. Let me find a bit of a space where we can go underground and then maybe find some copper, and then I hopefully can show you something else that is also very interesting for exploration. Take a look at this. I have found one of the unknown research projects we can do. It is I didn't even find one. I found 4. Maybe we can just take these. Oh, I have to go back and go back to the base, because the oxygen runs out very, very fast. Maybe we can do something about that. So let me go back to the base, and then I will show you a thing that we might be able to use to get there, grab our research blocks there and bring them back. Maybe we shouldn't build the printer for now. Let us go and try the research first. Maybe that's a better idea. Now I found 4 of these blocks, and these blocks sometimes also have other things in them, like copper. maybe we can find something interesting in them. So maybe the research station is the right thing now. One thing I want to build, and we should take a look at, is the tethers. You can see this blue line coming off my backpack going into the base. This is our oxygen supply, or a supply of oxygen. If we are connected to the base via this tether, we get energy from the base and we get oxygen from the base. What we can do with tethers is make our supply not last longer, but we can stay connected with the base. And so maybe we should go over to these pillars here. That's where we found the research. Maybe we can go and connect this space up to our base. The tethers also provide light, by pressing T, if you have them in your backpack, you can just place one. And you can see that there is a line coming off of it, and this is basically the range the tether has. I don't know how many I have or exactly how many I have. If they run out, we build another pack of these. Then you can just place them in the landscape, go over to this place, and you have oxygen and energy if your base provides you with energy. Let me do something about people people getting a notice that people come online. I hope that stopped this now. Now we can get around and just pick these things off of these pillars. I don't know. This is neat. Now it seems there are more research projects that are easier to find than before. There already was a patch, or not a patch, an update. I wouldn't say a patch, because again, this is pre-alpha. It is very, very alpha. So let us bring that back and then research this and see what we get from it. And then you have already seen the research, and we can go for copper at a different time. Okay, stick it on the research platform. Everything works like that. And then if we get power in a second, because now we don't have any power, we can research this thing. Let me bring back the other ones, and then we will research that together, and then we will end the episode for now. I think 1, 2, 3 episodes should be good for now, and then maybe, don't know, the updates come out very, very fast and we can get out more episodes. I don't know yet. It's neat. I want to play this as a series, but I have to see. I can't just start over and over and over again. I don't know how that will work out right now. It's like Space Engineers. One thing we have to do, and I will have to do to be sure, is I will make a hole for our research projects, because one thing there is there's storms, and if you have something laying on the ground just loosely, it could happen that a storm blows it away. And that's a thing with the research things we don't want to have. But for now, I can go here and just bring the stuff back until we have power. The research station is nearly filled, and when it is filled, we can hopefully research this project. Let us see what this thing gives us. Ah, it's not materials, it's a new building thing. Okay, we can build filters now. I don't know what we need the filters for. It could be there's some plant life, not enemies, but there's hostile plant life, and maybe the filters is for that. We will have to see. I know that it is a project for the backpack, so we can stick it on there. We will have to test that out in the future, I would say. Let us do another one, and then we will end the episode for here, and yeah, hopefully do another one very soon. Okay, the next research project gives us, come on, another new component. That's nice too. Okay, come on, fuel condenser. Okay, that's for the spaceships. That's a building we can do, and then we can condense fuel, so we can use energy to make fuel for the spaceship. Some people say it's OP. You can also mine for it. That's a lot faster, and I think you get more from the energy you use for it. We will have to see. Good people, I think I will end it here. You give me your opinion on Astroneers. Let me know with a like if you really want to see more of Astroneers. I hope, because Astroneers, again, a game I really waited for, and it fits right into what games I like. Space, science fiction-y, and with a bit of building, a bit of survival, that's a neat thing. And it is a bit farther away from, for example, Space Engineers than, for example, StarMade or something like that. So I really, really like it. Good, people. Thanks for watching. Thanks to System Era for giving us this great game. And I hope to see you in the next episode of Astroneer, maybe in a week or earlier in this week. We will have to see. Good, people. See ya then.